If you thought our parks were closed for the year, it's time to think again. We've got plenty of winter and holiday themed events going on now and more still ahead. So stay tuned here on Energy and we'll walk you through everything that's happening in O'Fallon. First, let's stop by Westhoff Park to check out the new Westhoff Plaza.
Westhoff Park is already one of O'Fallon's best parks, and now it's gotten even better. Our newest addition to the park is called Westhoff Plaza, but O'Fallon skaters and bikers will probably just call it home. This massive replacement for our old skate park is finally open, and the skaters couldn't be more excited to test it out.
Oh my God, it's such an improvement. I've been skating for about 12 or 13 years now, and I used to be at the old Westhoff Park all the time because it was really the only place you could go for free and sort of not get in trouble. This is amazing. This is the greatest thing.
This sprawling plaza offers dozens of surfaces, rails, stairs, and other obstacles for skateboarders and BMX bikers. There's plenty of room for everyone here, from beginners carving across the bowls to pros perfecting their tail slides. But this park wasn't built overnight. It took plenty of work between O'Fallon's Parks and Recreation staff and the skaters themselves to make it a reality.
This was identified in our master plan due to a large contingency of young people that brought forward we needed another skate area. We didn't really have one.
We got a bunch of people to show up. We wanted to kind of show the city that we were interested in possibly getting a new park or letting us build a park.
Around August, they started building this, and today we have a lot of kids that are really happy this is here.
It's fantastic. Like, I did not expect the park to look this good.
This new addition to Westhoff Park represents O'Fallon's continued support for parks users of all kinds.
Well, every community is different, and every community has a diverse group of kids. Not everybody plays baseball, soccer, or any team sport. These kids play an individual sport, and so giving them a location that they can come to within our parks was paramount.
There's other parks and stuff, but I mean, this park is just fantastic. It's more than what we ever expected it to be.
All right, skate fans, you've heard all about it. Now it's time to grab your boards and head on down to Westhoff Plaza.
O'Fallon Theater Works just wrapped up their latest play. Here's a look back at all the laughs and the tears in Steel Magnolias.
O'Fallon Theater Works' latest show, Steel Magnolias, is already a hit. Set in a Louisiana beauty shop, Steel Magnolias is the story of a close-knit circle of friends and all of the humor and heartbreak that goes with life.
We've done comedies, we've done dramas, we've done musicals before. It's been quite a number of years since we've actually done something that's combined both comedy and drama, and we thought this would be a really good one.
I love the show. I love the friends that I've made. I love the opportunity I have to be creative and come out of my normal shell and get to do something exciting in the community. I love it.
We actually had, we hosted the city's volunteers and had pretty much a full house. They absolutely loved it. Advanced ticket sales have been going very well. So again, people are responding to the fact that it's a familiar, kind of comfortable play, and it gives them a chance to take a break during this busy holiday season.
Part of what makes each O'Fallon Theater Works show special is the community involvement that comes with live performances. And of course, it doesn't hurt that the actors are having just as much fun as the audience.
I love O'Fallon Theater. I love working with the people here. We have so much fun. It's a lot of talent, but it's a lot of fun. You always end up making great new friends that you stay friends with after all the shows.
Shows like this are part of the City of O'Fallon's commitment to the community.
We're really blessed in a way that the city officials for 13 years now have seen this as an intrinsic part, as a quality of life issue that the city provides its residents, along with art exhibitions and things like that. It's something that most communities don't provide, and I think the O'Fallon community, they really respond to that.
The audience, when they're laughing, when they're getting into it, towards the end of the play, we kind of change emotions and we get to a little bit of a sadder and more dramatic part. And it's really exciting and it's really interesting for all of our talents to draw that kind of emotion out of the audience.
Miss this show? The next O'Fallon Theater Works show, Faith County, will debut in April. Keep an eye out on the O'Fallon Rec Guide for show dates and consider auditioning for a role in this outrageous comedy. There's no better way to experience live theater in O'Fallon than by enjoying an O'Fallon Theater Works performance.
Want to get into shape or mix up your workout? Consider dropping into one of our RSC Fitness Classes.
What do Vinyasa Yoga, Hip Hop Hustle, and Body Fusion have in common? They're just a sampling of the many fitness classes offered at the Renaud Spirit Center. With great instructors, fun exercise programs, and new classes every week, it's never been easier to burn those unwanted calories.
I was tired of being overweight. I've got to get back in shape where I can move around, work out in the yard, which I dearly love, and I couldn't. I just didn't have the strength, and I didn't have the ability to bend and scoop and do what it takes to be in the yard.
New to working out? Pick a combo class like arms and abs versus butts and guts, which will help you sculpt and strengthen your core while toning your entire body.
The class I taught is a split. On Monday we do arms and abs. On Wednesday we do butts and guts, and we focus solely on the arms and abdominal muscles for half an hour on Monday, and then on Wednesday the glutes and the abdominal muscles. So it's very specific, and we go really hard for about a half an hour, boom, boom, boom. It's good if you don't have a whole lot of time to exercise, but you want to get a class in. For a lot of people who are really busy,
it looked tough enough, but easy enough to start. It had the abs and the arms, which I need for strength.
Or, if you really want an intense workout, we offer plenty of high-octane classes like our popular Turbo Kick class. Blending kickboxing, interval training, and strength and endurance exercises, Turbo Kick is a workout that really gets results.
I teach Turbo Kick class at the Renaud Spirit Center. I love it. It's a great calorie burner. It's high energy. It makes you think that it makes you do things that you don't think you can do.
I really like the atmosphere, the variety of classes, the times of the classes work really well with my schedule.
One of the biggest draws for our fitness classes are our certified trainers who make every workout a fun, fat-burning experience.
I think it's challenging because I try and mix it up, do something different every class time. I use different pieces of equipment. I try and keep it interesting and challenging and definitely not boring.
I think they've been fantastic. Julie's very easy, but yet hard, and she recognizes in the class whether we're capable of doing something, and she might back off or she might make it a little tougher.
People are just really friendly with each other. The trainers know what they're doing, and there's always a lot of variety, and it's always a good workout.
Want in on the action? Stop by the Spirit Center or check out your O'Fallon Rec Guide to find a class that will work for you.
If you're not exercising, you're cheating yourself out of a good chunk of what your life could be.
There's lots of Parks and Rec action ahead. Stay tuned after the break right here on Energy.
For the fourth consecutive time, the city of O'Fallon, Missouri has been named one of the country's best places to live, according to Money Magazine's list of America's 100 best cities. Coming in at 39th on the 2012 list of cities, O'Fallon is the highest-ranked city in the state of Missouri and one of only 3 Missouri cities to be ranked by Money Magazine. For additional information, visit www.money.cnn.com.
Welcome back to Energy. Our next stop is the Renaud Spirit Center, where we'll check out all the highlights of the annual candy cane hunt.
Christmas time is getting near, and dozens of kids came to the Renaud Spirit Center to enjoy one of their favorite holiday traditions.
Today we hosted the candy cane event. It's an event where we hide candy canes outside in the park, and we let the kids go out and hunt for the candy canes, as well as we have a variety of crafts and activities for them to participate in, as well as getting a visit with Santa.
Eager searchers hunted high and low around the RSC for hidden treats, and once the last candy cane was found, everyone headed inside for steaming mugs of hot chocolate and a huge assortment of crafts and activities. Faces were painted, ornaments were assembled, and cookies were definitely devoured. And what holiday event is complete without a visit from Mr. and Mrs. Claus?
I enjoyed seeing the kids having so much fun. You know, I really like to make my daughter happy, and to bring her to things like this it's cool to see, you know.
Kids got to do a candy cane hunt, make a little bag to go hunt the candy canes, obviously. Cookies, visit with Santa. Just a nice time for the 1st of December.
For many residents, one of the best things about living in O'Fallon are the many family-focused events.
It seems like you're always looking for stuff to do, and you know, it just gives you a chance to get out as a family, do some things that don't cost a lot of money, and they always end up being a nice time. So.
We just moved to O'Fallon recently, and it's a good experience to know that there's things to do in the community and stuff like that, so we really enjoy it, absolutely.
It's easy to have a great time with your family in O'Fallon. Check your O'Fallon Rec Guide for more great events all year long.
Here's a story that will brighten your day. Climbing mountains after breaking your hip sounds tough, but for O'Fallon resident Rick Haley, it's going to be just another walk in the park.
If you're like me, you think braving the elements means scraping the ice off your car's windshield in the morning. Well, meet Rick and Janine Haley, two avid hikers who feel right at home exploring some of the tallest, coldest, and most beautiful places on Earth.
It seems to be something that just got instilled in my spirit. I love wildlife, I love being in the woods, whether it's here tramping through the woods in the leaves in the fall, or whether it's in Colorado or somewhere in the mountains and hiking up above high country in the tundra.
Ever since we've met, we were into hiking. In fact, we were hiking when Rick proposed to me over 30 years ago. So it's something that we've both enjoyed doing. I think one of the things I really enjoy is you can go places that you couldn't get to any other way.
Some people reflect on it and say like it's being on top of the world, which I guess in some senses it is.
The hiking, it's a freedom because you can pick your trail and you can hike as fast or as slow as you want. You can stop for lunch. It's a wonderful way to spend time with somebody you care about.
Their hunt for great trails and beautiful sights led them to Colorado, but their trip didn't go exactly as planned.
We had been out in Colorado for, I guess this was the fifth day, I believe. And we had been snowshoeing, which is basically hiking in the snow.
Well, we were just about tired out because we've been on the trail for a while, and we decided to go up around one more bend and then turn around and head back to the car.
I was in front of Janine, I guess maybe 25, 30 yards, and I just moving along, and with the fresh snow, it was hard to see anything underneath, and I hit a spot that had just happened to be 4 or 5 inches of solid ice.
Basically, his skis went out from under him, and he landed on his hip. And when I went up to him, he immediately says, "I think I broke my hip."
We got out our emergency gear because we always have that with us. We had our packs on and everything, so we got out the emergency warm blankets.
As he feared, Rick had fractured the femoral neck in his hip. After surgery, he spent 6 weeks unable to do much of anything, followed by 12 weeks of physical therapy. Almost 5 months after the accident, Rick's doctors approved him for more strenuous exercise, which led him to the Renaud Spirit Center.
When I first came to the Spirit Center, I really couldn't do much of anything. And the doctor and the physical therapist, when they basically turned me loose, so to speak, they told me that I could start riding a bike, I could get in the swimming pool, and they gave me 4 or 5 different exercises to execute in the swimming pool. And so the very first thing I did at the center was to ride the recumbent bike.
Those recumbent bike rides soon became something more. As he built up his strength, he traded his crutches in for a cane. A single lap around the track turned into 2 and then 4. As his abilities progressed, he added new machines and kept his workouts fresh. The RSC's pool was also vital to his recovery. The resistance of the water helped build strength, and the buoyancy helped protect his still healing hip. Today, he still works out regularly at the RSC. He's tossed the cane and takes occasional 2-mile hikes through the woods behind his home. And throughout all of this, Rick has known exactly where these workouts are leading him.
There's a peak in Pagosa Springs, Colorado called Pagosa Peak, and it's 12,500 feet, and it's about a 2.5-mile hike to the top and about 1,800 feet elevation climb. And I've got that in mind that I'm shooting for, and I guess if you want to say training for, that's what I want to try to accomplish by next August.
Rick and Janine are currently building a house in Colorado about a half a mile from where he broke his hip. If you're near Pagosa's Peak next summer, you might run into them trekking their way through the countryside. While his accident could have been life-threatening, Rick never lost his positive outlook on life.
My situation is, in my mind, was definitely an inconvenient medical injury that I was going to recover from. There are a lot of people out there that have injuries that they don't recover from, and so I would just recommend to people to look at things and keep them in perspective, and continue to shoot for your goal of recovery.
You've seen Rick working towards his goals. Now it's your turn. Be your own success story at the Renaud Spirit Center.
There's a new art exhibit on the walls of the RSC featuring the work of local artist Paul Callaway.
Back in the early 80s, the Holga was king among the many cheap disposable cameras of the time, producing pictures with noticeable light leaks, poor focus and blur, and other distortions. For local artist Paul Callaway, these so-called toy cameras have a charm and style all their own that he channels for his own unique brand of art. And starting now, Callaway's work is on display for free at the Cultural Arts Gallery at the Renaud Spirit Center.
You're going to see everything. There's no real central theme to what Paul's doing other than that he uses and collects toy cameras and goes out and shoots with them. So whatever catches his eye is what you're going to see. You'll see cars, you'll see superhero statues, you'll see the Statue of Liberty, you'll see baseball game footage, you'll see anything under the sun, landscapes, you name it.
These stunning photographs sometimes have a surreal look, as the questionable build quality of the camera, lens, and film stock all combine to produce some truly unique artistic visions. As Paul would say, this proves you don't need the best or latest digital cameras to take interesting photographs.
One of the things that I really like and try and get are people, artists that are doing something completely off the map. Anything that's off the beaten path, the true artists that are kind of forging their own way through things. Those are the type of people that I really like. And Paul Callaway is one of the best. That's why I love having his shows here.
Paul Callaway's exhibit will be on display until January 4th. Don't miss this chance to check out his unique brand of photography.
One of the best events of the year is finally here. Here's a sneak peek at the annual Celebration of Lights display in Fort Zumwalt Park.
If you found yourself near Fort Zumwalt Park recently, you might have noticed that the park has been closed to vehicle traffic. Parks crews have been tossing bundles of Christmas lights into trees, wrapping them around trunks, and suspending them in mid-air. And they're not alone. Dozens of businesses, organizations, and groups have been setting up displays of their own, working diligently for about a month now to ensure that every acre of Fort Zumwalt Park is covered with millions of twinkling lights. Now, all of that hard work is paid off, and the park has been transformed into the area's best drive-through holiday light display. Called the Celebration of Lights, this event attracts more than 8,000 cars full of people from throughout St. Charles County every year. This magical wonderland of Christmas lights and wintry scenes is created by the community around you. Carriage rides, sleigh rides, and even train rides are available some nights, and the walk-through night attracts more than 5,000 people every year. We've already marked the opening of the Celebration of Lights, so don't miss this chance to check out O'Fallon's holiday tradition. Pack some hot chocolate, hop in the car, and come take a drive through the Celebration of Lights in Fort Zumwalt Park, open until December 30th.
There's always something new in O'Fallon. Here's a look at what's coming next.
Starting on January 4th, experience the very best of the O'Fallon Photo Club's annual art exhibit at the RSC. Featuring professional and amateur photographers alike, this exhibit offers both vivid color and stunning black and white photography. The exhibit will be on display until February 15th. Tired of being all cooped up indoors for the winter? On January 25th through 27th, stop by the O'Fallon Sports Park for our first ever Cabin Fever Days. Enjoy ice skating with your family or sign up for our human dog sled competition. Watch master ice carvers create fanciful shapes in blocks of ice and keep warm by sampling soups from local O'Fallon restaurants. For a full list of Cabin Fever Days events, grab your rec guide or visit us online at O'Fallon's website. Create memories that will last a lifetime on February 2nd at our annual Daddy-Daughter Sweetheart Dance. Dads can treat their special little girls to a lovely evening filled with fun, music, dinner, and dancing. Each lady will be presented with a long stem flower arrangement, and Dad's formal dress is required. Tickets will go on sale January 30th and sell out quickly, so register early for this popular program. Who says kids get to have all the fun? Here's a nighttime Easter egg hunt for the 21 and older crowd. On March 22nd, we'll meet at the Civic Park Bandstand to begin our search for eggs hidden by the Easter Bunny. Prizes, activities, and fun await you at this event, and make sure you register before March 1st to be guaranteed a t-shirt in your preferred size. Join us at the Senior Center on March 23rd for a terrific all-you-can-eat pancake and sausage breakfast with the Easter Bunny. We'll have great games and activities for youngsters, and the bunny will be available for pictures, so bring your camera or camcorder. Spaces fill up quickly, so register early.
Today on Energy, you skated around Westhoff Park, burned off a few calories at our RSC Fitness Classes, and looked back at opening night premiere of Steel Magnolias. So what are you waiting for? Get out there and burn some energy.